Peloton. Peloton is a home fitness company famous for exercise bikes and treadmills that stream live workout classes. But beneath the glossy screen, the company faced two massive legal problems. First, in 2019, music publishers sued them for over $300 million. Instructors were pedaling to thousands of hit songs without paying for the proper sync licenses. Then came a much darker issue. In 2021, reports surfaced that their Tread Plus machines were pulling pets and children under the moving belts. One 6-year-old child tragically died. The company initially fought federal safety warnings before finally recalling over 125,000 treadmills. They eventually paid a $19 million fine for hiding the safety hazards and settled the massive music lawsuit. Today, these cases serve as a harsh reminder that scaling a tech darling too fast can lead to catastrophic real-world costs. Vibram. It is a footwear company famous for making those weird shoes with individual toe slots called Five Fingers. Back in the late 2000s, the barefoot running craze took off, and Vibram sold millions of these shoes. They marketed them with big health promises. They told people the shoes would strengthen foot muscles and prevent running injuries, but they did not have the scientific evidence to back that up. In 2012, a customer filed a class action lawsuit over these false claims. In 2014, Vibram agreed to settle the lawsuit for $3.75 million. They had to offer refunds to anyone who bought a pair and immediately stop making unproven health claims in their ads. This case is a lasting reminder that even massive fitness trends still have to play by the rules when making medical promises. CrossFit. It is a high-intensity workout brand famous for pushing human limits. Sometimes, pushing those limits goes too far. In the mid-2000s, athletes started suffering from a severe condition called rhabdomyolysis. This happens when extreme muscle breakdown floods the blood with proteins, causing kidney damage. In 2005, a man named Makimba Mims developed rhabdo after a brutal workout at a Virginia gym. He sued and won $300,000. Instead of softening its image, CrossFit launched an aggressive legal defense. The company even created a mascot named Uncle Rhabdo, a bleeding cartoon clown hooked to a dialysis machine. They fought back hard in court, arguing the workouts are entirely safe if scaled properly. Today, this fierce legal posture still matters. It shows that extreme fitness companies will ruthlessly defend their methods without making apologies. SoulCycle. SoulCycle is an indoor cycling fitness company famous for its intense, darkroom workouts. Behind the scenes, the company faced major legal trouble. Instructors and studio staff filed class action lawsuits in states like California and New York. They claimed the company was committing wage theft. Instructors were paid for the actual 45-minute ride, but they were not paid for the hours of mandatory work required to make the class happen. They had to create specific playlists, choreograph routines, attend unpaid training sessions, and arrive early to set up the studio. Support staff also claimed they were regularly denied their legally required rest breaks. As a result, SoulCycle had to pay millions of dollars in settlements to compensate their workers for all that off-the-clock labor. Today, these lawsuits serve as a strict reminder that popular fitness brands cannot legally build their energetic culture on unpaid work. Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is a massive chain of budget-friendly gyms known for its $10 monthly memberships. But getting out of that membership is a notoriously difficult process. To cancel, you usually cannot just click a button online. You have to physically show up at your home club and speak to a manager, or send a certified letter through the mail. On top of that, many members have reported being hit with surprise annual fees they never saw in the fine print. This led to massive consumer backlash and several class action lawsuits. People sued the company for breach of contract and deceptive billing practices, especially during the pandemic when physical locations were closed, but accounts were still being charged. Today, these lawsuits serve as a loud reminder for consumers to read gym contracts very carefully before signing up. Skechers. Back in the late 2000s, this massive shoe brand introduced a popular line called Shape-Ups. The shoes featured a thick, curved rocker bottom that made you slightly unstable when you walked. Skechers told everyone this design forced your muscles to work harder. They ran massive ad campaigns claiming these shoes would help you lose weight and tone your legs, butt, and abs without ever going to a gym. Consumers bought millions of pairs hoping for an easy workout. But the Federal Trade Commission took a closer look at the science backing these bold claims and found it completely lacking. In May 2012, Skechers agreed to pay $40 million to settle charges of deceptive advertising. They had to offer wide-scale refunds. Today, this case remains a clear reminder that fitness products require real scientific proof, or the government will step in. Beachbody. This is a massive fitness company famous for home workout videos like P90X. To sell their products, they built a multi-level marketing system using thousands of everyday people they called coaches. These coaches spent hours promoting workouts online, recruiting new sellers, and answering customer questions. The company classified them as independent contractors. But in 2017, coaches in California filed a class action lawsuit. They argued that Beachbody controlled exactly how they worked, meaning they were legally employees. Because of this contractor label, the coaches never received minimum wage, overtime pay, or reimbursement for their business expenses. The legal battle dragged on until Beachbody agreed to a $3.6 million settlement in 2023. This case remains a major warning sign showing the legal risks companies face when they blur the line between an independent side hustle and an actual job. F45 Training. F45 Training is a global fitness franchise famous for quick, high-intensity group workouts. The company went public in July 2021, riding a wave of massive hype. To attract investors, executives claimed they were opening thousands of new franchise locations. In reality, many of these supposed deals had no actual funding. The company just inflated their growth numbers to make the business look unstoppable. Once the truth came out, the stock price absolutely crashed, falling over 90%. Furious shareholders filed a massive class action lawsuit. Things looked even worse when it came to light that celebrity backer Mark Wahlberg sold off millions of dollars of his own shares right before the collapse. This disaster still matters today because it proves that flashy celebrity endorsements can easily hide a crumbling financial foundation. Gymshark. Gymshark is a massive activewear company that started in a UK garage in 2012. The brand exploded in popularity thanks to their signature seamless leggings with clever contouring patterns. But success breeds copycats. Rival fitness apparel brands and fast fashion websites started mass-producing direct knockoffs of these specific designs. In response, Gymshark built a relentless legal strategy. They aggressively hunt down competitors who steal their unique fabric blends and visual trademarks. When they spot a ripoff, they hit the rival with strict cease and desist letters and trademark infringement lawsuits, dragging them into court if necessary. You can see the results of this across the fitness world. Cheap clones vanish from online stores overnight, and rival companies are forced to alter their clothing lines entirely. This still matters because it proves that protecting your original design is just as vital as creating it. Lululemon. It is a massive athletic apparel company famous for making high-end yoga pants. In March 2013, the brand faced a huge problem. They had to pull about 17% of their signature black pants from store shelves. The fabric was too thin, meaning the pants were totally see-through when people bent over. To make things worse, founder Chip Wilson went on television and blamed the customers. He said that some women's bodies just do not work for the pants. Shoppers were furious, and the company's stock price took a heavy dive. Investors lost millions and filed a class action lawsuit. They claimed the company hid the manufacturing defects and artificially inflated the stock. Lululemon eventually paid a $20 million settlement. This still matters because it proves a leader's careless words can cost a company just as much as a bad product. Bang Energy. It was a brightly colored, highly caffeinated drink that took over the fitness world in the late 2000s. The cans loudly advertised a special ingredient called super creatine. People bought millions of them thinking they were getting an edge in the gym. But there was a massive problem. The rival company Monster Energy tested the drink and found out super creatine was completely useless. It was not real creatine at all. Monster took Bang to court for false advertising. During the trial in 2022, a jury ordered Bang to pay Monster nearly $300 million in damages. This devastating blow forced Bang's parent company directly into bankruptcy. Monster then swooped in and bought the ruined brand out of bankruptcy. It is a sharp reminder of how quickly an empire collapses when its main selling point turns out to be a lie. Nordic Track. It is a major fitness equipment brand that found itself locked in a legal battle with Peloton over how we work out at home. The companies fought over who actually invented the digital leaderboard and the automated resistance adjustments. When you stream a class and the virtual instructor tells you to pedal harder, the bike automatically makes the pedals heavier. Peloton claimed Nordic Track copied their live leaderboard system. Nordic Track's parent company, iFit, fired back. They argued they patented the automated resistance technology years before Peloton even existed. The lawsuits flew back and forth until May 2022, when the two companies finally settled. The result was a quiet swap of features where some leaderboard options shifted and licensing deals were struck. It matters because it shows how modern exercise is no longer just about building heavy metal machines, but about owning the software that keeps us sweating.